People in the fitness world are going to have to get over the fact that TRT is just mainstream at this point. Okay, it's mainstream, part of normal American society, at least in any form of financially decently affluent group. It's just reality, and it's really funny that this comes up, because so many people in the fitness world have this resistance to it in these natty circles, like, oh my gosh, they actually try to pretend TRT is some bad thing. They spin it as a negative. And again, I'm sorry, but if that's your viewpoint, you're living in the Stone Ages. And I'm sorry, that is just a simple reality. That is a simple reality. You are not living in the current modern world if you have that viewpoint. Because it's not either. Everyone's like, well, it's cheating for lifting. No, it's not. You're not talking about super physiological amounts. And even if you are, who cares? You're not competing drug tested in something. Who cares? Like, why do you care? It's not cheating. But let's come back over to that point. They had that weird stigma when to the rest of the world, to all these tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of American men who go to their doctor and they get this stuff prescribed, many of whom don't lift, they don't bodybuild, they don't power lift. I assume most of them go to the gym a little bit. But it's not about that. It literally has nothing to do with that. But they can't get over that fact. They just jump up, and so many people have that knee-jerk response. And it's like, yeah, sorry guys, this is called better living through science. It is literally just better living through science. It is about quality of life. Okay, it's about quality of life. And the overwhelming majority of men who go on doctor-prescribed TRT are extremely happy with it. Okay? People are like, but I occasionally hear this person who had this problem. I know these people, it's like, but they're rare. Because, yeah, they're vocal because they're the few who had some issues. The other 19 out of 20 are thrilled. The overwhelming majority of men that I know out there and talk to who do these things have no intention of ever coming off. They're like, man, it's a game changer. It totally changed my life for the better. Right? I go to my doctor, my insurance covers, many of them, their insurance covers it. Some of them it does, some doesn't pay out of pocket. Right? So for a lot of people, their insurance is covering it. They go get their prescription, they get it sorted, they get their testosterone levels optimized. They're happy. Their wife is happy, their girlfriend's happy. Right? They get all these other benefits. Their depression is better. Their mental focus is better. They make better money. They're more confident. They're more productive at work. Their mental health is better. They gain a little muscle. They lose some body fat. The bedroom performance goes up. Their blood work improves. Right? All those things happen. Right? They get all these benefits. It has done nothing but improve their quality of life. Right? Furthermore, we had a large-scale study. A while back that included over, I think it was something like 100,000 men. It might have been 30,000. It might have been 30,000 men. And what they found in the statistics was that men who went on TRT, who qualified, versus those who chose not to do it, who qualified medically. You guys ready? Had a 30% lower rate of strokes and heart attacks. Okay? So let's think about that for a moment. In the largest scale study that compared this stuff of men who went on TRT versus men who opted not to, who medically qualified for it, those who went on had 30% lower rates of strokes and heart attacks. It was give or take a little. I think it was different for stroke and heart attack, but it was right around 30%, approximately. Okay? So let's think about that for a minute. All these men who do this, they have a lower rate of stroke and heart attack. All right, so this is already a health benefit, straight up. That alone tells you you should probably be doing it. They have lower rates of depression, better sexual performance, better productivity at work, better mood, better sex drive, better sex performance. It even helps with erectile dysfunction. They gain muscle, they lose body, they have less body fat. All right, we see where we're going with this? There is not one negative to be found here, other than, well, some people do have some, but is that true of everything? I mean, if you're going to use that logic, no one should ever take Tylenol when they get a headache. You shouldn't even take any supplements. There are people who have bad reactions to fish oil. There are people who have bad reactions to a vitamin. Okay, if that is your logic, and you're going to ignore the data, then you're essentially an ass clown. That's what you are. Like literally, like just at that point, if that's you as a person, you're just gonna you're gonna look at all that data, and you're gonna still try to find a negative. You're essentially an ass clown. Just admit it. Just accept it. That's what you are. Very simple, because that's what all the data shows. For the overwhelming majority, barring people who have specific medical issues preventing it, and that can be said of everything in life. I mean, we have specific medical issues that prevent people from safely squatting, okay? There are medical issues that prevent any people from even exercising. So does this mean we don't exercise? Come on. We don't ever squat because, well, there's some people who can't squat safely. So do you become anti-squat because of that? No. If you do, you're an ass clown too. Just accept it. If you're opposed to TRT in light of all that data and you see it as some sort of negative thing, when all of that information is available and data is there, you're an ass clown. Just own it. Just live with it. Just put a sign on your head stating that so that we all know. Right? It'll just make it a lot easier for everyone else. Because, sorry, it's mainstream. It's mainstream at this point in the medicine. It's common practice. The benefits for the vast majority of men outweigh the negatives. It improves quality of life. Full stop. End of discussion.